Okay,
Okay, well,
we got some pictures of the Boston family. So who is the Boston family?
okay, we're going to start with Matilda Boston, who was born in 1811. She was
Okay.
the mother of Barry Boston, and here is Barry Boston. And he was born in Texas in 1843. He was married to M.A. Boston, who was born in Missouri. They were the parents of my grandmother, Fanny Boston, and
Oh,
she was married to Will Moore. And there's Fanny Boston and Will Moore.
well, hold
Okay.
on a second.
Uh-huh.
Barry Boston looks like a white man.
Yeah. He was the mother of Matilda.
He was the
He was the
father of.
father. He was the father of Matilda,
Okay.
and she was mulatto. So
Yeah, okay. All
he
right.
he may have been white, and her mom was black, something or another, but
Okay.
she was mulatto. I don't have the census that tells me what nationality he was,
Okay.
but he could very well have been mulatto.
Okay. Now hold up the Will and Fanny again. And so,
This is my grandma and
wait,
grandpa.
the bottom is bending away.
Huh?
The bottom of the picture is bending away. There you go. Okay.
Oh, I took these out of a notebook, so they're
Yeah, I
kind of
got it.
big.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can you move it back? Okay, that's good. So that's Will and Fanny Moore. Who are they?
That was my mother's mother and father.
So that's your grandmother and
Yeah,
grandpa. Okay.
that's
All
grandma
right.
and grandpa.
Okay.
Hmm.
And so Will Moore is who's his father? Who was that?
I don't know too much about him. I've got that he had a brother named Abner and a sister named Lenny,
Hmm.
and Aunt Georgia was his sister. That's all I know about him.
Okay. And so Will and Fanny, uh, they were they the ones that started the farm in Baxter?
No, no,
No.
no. The
Okay.
Burnett's started the farm. This is still in the Moors.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Uh-huh.
So
This is mom's.
this is
This is
mom,
mom's side of the family.
right? And this is your mother's father and
Mother and
mother.
father.
Where do they live?
They lived east. Let me see, east of Baxter, I guess,
Hmm.
because if you recall, I said that in 1892, when Mom was born, the Indians were still attacking because they were in Indian territory.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Okay,
Yep. All right.
and then with their children, we got Maggie. That
All
was
right.
their first child. That was my mom, your grandmother.
Hmm.
The next one was her sister Annie.
That's really interesting.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
Annie was married to Fate Jameson. They had 13 kids,
Wow.
and one of their grandchildren is going to be one of our speakers for the church service.
So that gentleman with Annie was her husband?
That was her husband, yeah.
Lafayette is his name? Okay.
Uh-huh. We called him Uncle Fate. His name was Lafayette. We called
Okay.
him Uncle Fate.
So she was Annie the youngest of grandma's sisters?
No, she was next to Grandma. She was the next one after Grandma.
Gotcha. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's a handsome couple.
Huh?
That's a handsome
Oh,
couple.
okay. And then there was Uncle John.
He looks like a
And,
character.
huh?
He looks like a character.
And his one of his sons is going to be a speaker. He's now a Church of God in Christ bishop in Joliet, Illinois, and he's going to be one of our speakers at the church service.
Very good.
Then there was Uncle Dave.
Okay.
Oh, no, no,
can you,
that's Uncle Jim. Sorry.
okay, can you
I'm
lower?
gonna have to, I'm gonna have to fold these papers some.
I couldn't see the name on top of that one. Okay, there you
Oh,
go. James
okay.
Moore. Okay, gotcha.
Uncle Jim. Uh-huh.
Yeah. Again, that's Grandma's brother.
These are all her brothers. Uh-huh.
Brothers and
And
sisters.
there's
Yeah.
Uncle Dave.
Wow. Wow. I remember him.
You remember Uncle Dave?
Yeah.
And then there was Uncle Jess. Uncle Jess was married to Livonia. I've got their pictures together there. And they had 9 children.
Can you
James,
move
this is James. Huh?
can you move it back a little bit? We can't see her face. There we
Oh,
go.
okay.
Okay.
Is it clear?
Yeah, it's clear. Well, I
Okay.
mean, as much as it can be, that's an old photo, obviously.
Yeah, yeah,
Well,
it is. A lot of
that's
them are, I mean, these are old folks. So
that's a
they had to
sharp
be
suit
old
he's
folks.
wearing.
Huh?
That's a sharp suit he's wearing.
Oh, yeah. Um,
So that was Jess, Uncle Jess, and his wife was
that's
Liv.
that's James Moore's mother and father. You know James.
Yes,
James, but yeah, that's his mother and father.
that's where James gets all his style from.
Uh-huh. And then there was Henry, her brother Henry Moore.
Wow, another handsome person.
And Aunt Mary. That was the youngest daughter, the
Okay,
youngest sister.
yeah,
Uh-huh. And she's holding her baby Tommy there. You remember when we went to the family reunion in Kansas City and Tommy had died and his wife?
yes.
Okay, that's Tommy
Wow.
when he was a baby. Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
You know, I can actually see it in his eyes there. I see him. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah.
Okay. And I tell you, Grandpa Moore had, I have one of his sisters. Her name was Lenny,
Ah,
and she had 3 kids in Joplin. Their names were Benny, Billy, and Bobby Bradshaw. I don't know where they are. Well, we could get in touch with them. And then his other sister was Aunt Georgia. And you
okay.
maybe remember Aunt Georgia.
Uh, no,
Okay, what have I got in front of me here? Oh,
no,
they're
no.
working on something there. Hold
Uh,
on. And that's her with Mom.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
mom. That's Maggie on the left side, huh? And then
yeah. And Aunt Georgia that was her aunt. That was her father's sister.
okay,
And she is Gail. Uh, her name's Gail Mitchell now. She's on our committee.
okay,
That's her grandmother.
gotcha.
Yeah, and she never knew that until recently we were talking. And she said she remembered when Gilman Rabbit used to come to town and sweep the streets. And
Hmm.
Aunt Georgia would come to their house and visit with her mom while they were sweeping the streets. And she never knew that they were she just thought they were friends. She said they would laugh and giggle and have a good time, and she never knew that they were uh, aunt and niece.
Hmm. Can you put that last picture down on top of right there?